It was supposed to be just another pleasant morning on British television, the kind where celebrities drop by to chat about their latest projects, share a few laughs, and promote something uplifting while the nation sips coffee and prepares for the day ahead. But on this particular episode of Lorraine Kelly's long-running ITV show, the atmosphere shifted dramatically when actress Rachel Shenton stepped onto the set with her usual graceful demeanor and warm smile, expecting the friendly banter that has become a hallmark of daytime TV interviews over the years. Yet what unfolded in those tense moments would send shockwaves through the entertainment industry and spark endless debates online about the boundaries of journalistic questioning versus outright confrontation, as the host, who is often praised for her approachable style, suddenly turned the conversation into something far more pointed and personal, catching everyone off guard, including the studio audience and the production team, who scrambled to maintain composure while cameras kept rolling live, revealing the raw vulnerability that comes when public figures clash in real time without the safety net of scripted dialogue or post-production edits. And in just a matter of seconds the exchange escalated from polite discussion about acting roles and recent achievements into a fiery back and forth that left viewers stunned and social media buzzing with reactions ranging from support for the guest's dignity to criticism of the host's approach, highlighting how even seasoned professionals can find themselves navigating tricky waters when personal beliefs, career choices, or sensitive topics enter the spotlight unexpectedly during what should have been light entertainment. And this incident quickly became one of the most talked about moments in recent television history, prompting questions about the responsibility of hosts to keep things civil while still delivering engaging content that resonates with audiences who tune in for both celebrity insights and occasional drama, ultimately forcing industry insiders to reflect on the delicate balance between probing for deeper truths and respecting the boundaries of their guests who arrive with open hearts but may not anticipate the intensity of live scrutiny that can turn a simple chat into a memorable confrontation filled with emotional undercurrents and unspoken tensions that linger long after the credits roll. Rachel Shenton, known widely for her compelling performances in popular series such as All Creatures Great and Small, where she brings heartfelt authenticity to her character, and for her Oscar-winning short film The Silent Child that touched millions by shedding light on the experiences of deaf children and their families through powerful storytelling that combined visual artistry with emotional depth, arrived at the studio that morning carrying the quiet confidence of someone who has dedicated her life to meaningful work in the arts while advocating passionately for inclusion and accessibility in media, her background as both an actress and designer giving her a unique perspective that she often shares with grace and intelligence during public appearances. And as she settled into the guest chair under the bright studio lights with the familiar set design that has welcomed countless stars over the decades, the initial segments flowed smoothly with discussions about upcoming projects, behind-the-scenes anecdotes from film sets, and light-hearted moments that elicited genuine laughter from the audience, painting a picture of a talented professional who balances fame with purpose-driven initiatives that extend far beyond the screen into real-world impact through charity work and educational outreach programs designed to amplify underrepresented voices in entertainment. Yet beneath the surface of this seemingly routine interview lay the potential for sparks, as Lorraine Kelly, a veteran presenter celebrated for her no-nonsense Scottish charm and ability to connect with viewers on a personal level through decades of broadcasting experience that has made her a staple of morning television, steered the conversation toward more probing territory involving industry standards, personal choices in roles, and perhaps differing views on how stories should be told or represented in modern cinema and television, creating an undercurrent of unease that built gradually until it erupted in a series of sharp exchanges where words were chosen carefully but landed with significant weight, exposing the fault lines that exist even among well-meaning individuals when topics touch upon deeply held convictions about art, activism, and the evolving landscape of celebrity culture in an era where every comment can be dissected and amplified instantly across digital platforms, leading to a moment where the guest's composure was tested in ways that revealed both strength of character and the human limits of enduring unexpected pressure in a public forum watched by thousands live and millions later through clips that spread rapidly. The fiery exchange began subtly at first, with Lorraine posing questions that seemed innocuous on the surface but carried an edge of challenge regarding Rachel's recent career decisions and her outspoken stance on certain social issues that have become hot buttons in the acting community, prompting the actress to respond with measured eloquence drawn from her extensive experience navigating complex narratives both on and off screen. Yet as the dialogue intensified, the tone shifted noticeably, with pointed remarks that questioned motivations and implied inconsistencies in public personas, causing the studio atmosphere to thicken with discomfort as panel members exchanged glances and the audience murmured in surprise at the unexpected direction the conversation had taken, highlighting the fine line between engaging debate and perceived hostility that can make live television so unpredictable and compelling for viewers who crave authenticity but often recoil when it turns confrontational. And in those critical seconds, Rachel maintained her poise with the same quiet determination that has defined her advocacy work, defending her principles without raising her voice excessively while addressing the implications of the host's comments that seemed to strike at the core of her artistic integrity and personal journey from child actor to award-winning filmmaker who has used her platform to champion causes close to her heart, including deaf awareness and inclusive storytelling practices that challenge traditional industry norms. But the back and forth reached a boiling point when a particularly cutting observation from Lorraine elicited a direct and firm rebuttal from Rachel that underscored their differing perspectives on how fame should be wielded responsibly in contemporary society, resulting in a palpable tension that filled the air and left the production crew visibly anxious about how to steer this segment back to safer ground without interrupting the natural flow of what had become an unscripted clash of ideas and egos, ultimately culminating in Rachel deciding that enough was enough as she stood up gracefully yet decisively, signaling her unwillingness to continue under the current circumstances and choosing self-respect over prolonged exposure to what she evidently perceived as an unfair line of questioning that crossed into personal territory rather than staying focused on professional accomplishments. As Rachel Shenton made her way off the set with dignity intact and head held high, the cameras captured the stunned reactions of those remaining, including Lorraine Kelly, whose expression reflected a mix of surprise and perhaps a hint of regret at how quickly the interview had derailed from its intended path of promotion and pleasantries into something far more contentious that would dominate headlines and online discussions for days afterward, sparking widespread commentary from fans of both women who debated fiercely about who bore responsibility for the escalation and whether such moments serve as necessary reckonings in an industry often criticized for superficiality, or if they merely represent unfortunate lapses in professional courtesy that undermine the collaborative spirit essential to successful entertainment programming. With many praising Rachel for her calm assertion of boundaries in the face of what some described as ambush-style tactics, while others defended Lorraine's right to ask tough questions as part of her role as a seasoned interviewer unafraid to delve beneath the glossy surface of celebrity life. And this incident brought to the forefront broader conversations about the power dynamics inherent in talk show formats where hosts wield significant control over the narrative and guests must navigate carefully to avoid being painted into corners or having their words twisted for dramatic effect, especially in an age of viral clips where a few seconds of heated dialogue can define public perception more powerfully than years of consistent work, leading to reflections on the emotional toll such public confrontations can take on individuals who already face intense scrutiny in their personal and professional lives, and ultimately reminding everyone involved in media production that live television demands not only sharp wit and engaging presence but also a deep sense of empathy and restraint to prevent friendly chats from transforming into regrettable spectacles that overshadow the very reasons guests appear in the first place, fostering instead an environment where meaningful exchange can occur without sacrificing mutual respect or turning differences of opinion into sources of unnecessary conflict that ripple outward to affect reputations and audience trust in the long term. In the aftermath of the dramatic walk-off, social media platforms exploded with thousands of posts analyzing every angle of the exchange, from body language cues and vocal inflections to the underlying issues that may have fueled the tension between these two prominent figures in British entertainment. with hashtags related to the event trending rapidly as supporters rallied behind Rachel Shenton for demonstrating strength and authenticity and standing up for herself, while critics accused her of being overly sensitive to standard interview probing that is common in the competitive world of daytime television, simultaneously sparking discussions about Lorraine Kelly's interviewing style that has evolved over her long career, from warm accessibility to occasional moments of sharper interrogation that keep viewers hooked but risk alienating guests who expect a more supportive platform for sharing their stories without facing unexpected challenges to their core beliefs or career paths. And industry experts weighed in on how such incidents reflect larger shifts in media consumption, where audiences demand both entertainment value and substantive content, yet often punish participants when the balance tips too far in either direction, leading to calls for better preparation and clearer guidelines for live segments to avoid similar escalations that can damage professional relationships and create awkward precedents for future appearances by other celebrities wary of similar treatment, while also highlighting the resilience required of public figures who must process these events publicly under the microscope of public opinion that rarely allows for nuanced understanding of context or intent behind seemingly spontaneous clashes, ultimately serving as a cautionary tale about the unpredictable nature of unfiltered human interaction in front of cameras and the importance of maintaining professionalism even when emotions run high, encouraging both hosts and guests to approach interviews with greater awareness of potential sensitivities and a commitment to de-escalation techniques that preserve the integrity of the conversation without compromising journalistic curiosity or personal dignity in the process of delivering compelling television that informs, entertains, and occasionally provokes thoughtful reflection among viewers at home. Looking back on this memorable episode that transformed an ordinary morning show appearance into a landmark moment of television drama, it becomes clear that the fiery exchange between Rachel Shenton and Lorraine Kelly encapsulated deeper tensions within the entertainment industry regarding representation, advocacy, and the role of media personalities in shaping public discourse on important societal topics without descending into personal attacks or defensive posturing that distracts from constructive dialogue, as both women have contributed significantly to their fields through dedicated work that inspires audiences and drives positive change in their respective areas of influence. Yet their clash served as a vivid illustration of how quickly good intentions can collide when communication styles or expectations misalign in the high-pressure environment of live broadcasting, where there is no opportunity for rehearsal or immediate correction of missteps that get broadcast instantly to a wide audience, prompting soul-searching among producers about segment planning and training for hosts to better handle sensitive transitions while still providing the spark of genuine interaction that distinguishes great television from mere promotional filler. And for viewers it offered a rare glimpse into the human side of celebrities who are often idealized or criticized from afar without full appreciation of the challenges they face when stepping into the spotlight, unprepared for adversarial questioning that tests their composure and values in real time, ultimately reinforcing the value of empathy and active listening as essential tools for meaningful engagement across differing viewpoints. And as clips of the incident continue to circulate and generate fresh debates years later, it stands as a testament to the enduring power of unscripted moments to captivate public attention while encouraging everyone involved in media to strive for higher standards of respect and understanding that honor the complexity of individual journeys without reducing them to sound bites or sensational headlines, fostering a culture where fiery exchanges give way to enriched conversations that benefit society as a whole through greater awareness and mutual growth rather than division or regret over opportunities lost in the heat of the moment.